President Trump shifting course yet again on tariffs, this time delaying planned increases on lumber-based products like furniture and kitchen cabinets by a year. Eamon Javers has been following the story in Washington. Eamon?
Hey there, John. That's right. President Trump spent part of his New Year's Eve delaying tariffs that were set to go into place on New Year's Day on upholstered furniture, kitchen cabinets, and vanities as well. The move will keep in place a 25% tariff that the president imposed in September, but it's going to delay a 30% tariff on upholstered furniture and a 50% tariff on cabinets and vanities. Now, shares of furniture retailers climbed this morning with stocks like RH, Williams-Sonoma, and Wayfair all rising in early trading today. And in a separate move, the Foreign Ministry of Italy said Thursday that the United States is slashing tariffs on Italian pasta makers. Now, those were slated to go up by 92%, but the Italian government said those levels would now be set at just over 2.25% for one particular pasta maker and just under 14% for another one. Now, the president's about faces on these tariffs come as the administration has sought ways to blunt the price impact for consumers of the tariffs that the president has imposed in his first year in office. In November, the president signed an executive order to roll back tariffs on beef, coffee, and bananas in order to blunt price increases that were seen by consumers in those commodities. And in an interview with Politico at the end of December, the president acknowledged that the key campaign issue for the 2026 midterm elections will be pricing, but he sought to blame Democrats for continued affordability issues facing voters, saying they raised prices and we're doing what we can to lower them. John, back over to you.
Yeah, Eamon, that is the puzzle here, is the president's message seemed to be from the beginning, yeah, these tariffs are coming in, but consumers aren't going to pay them. It will really enhance domestic producers. Is there some acknowledgement here that there really is a pricing and affordability issue, and so perhaps the administration is trying to take the edge off of that to start the year?
I mean, I think that the policy changes are the acknowledgement to the extent that you might get one. I mean, the president insists that affordability is not an issue. He blames Democrats for making up that word. He doesn't like talking about it. But he clearly, in that Politico interview, said that he knows that the issue is going to be pricing in the midterm elections in 26. So you've now got maybe this election and the last election, 2 elections in a row, where inflation was the key political dynamic. The president campaigned against inflation under the Joe Biden administration, said he was going to be the one to fix it. But then his signature policy initiative of 2025 and his entire second term is tariffs, which tend to push prices higher. So what they're doing is looking for spots where the tariffs are having a particular effect, particularly on products that are not necessarily going to be made in the United States or commodities that have to be imported for a variety of reasons, and trying to spotlight those and lower the tariffs on those to try to do something about affordability. When you think about pasta, John, like that is the ultimate dinner table issue, right? I mean,
I do think about pasta a lot, Eamon. I also
especially
wonder,
this time of day.
Yes. I also wonder, is there any argument that the administration is making or could make that this is an adjustment they're making based on a concession that was made on the other side? Because that was the move in the beginning. Hey, we're using this as a lever to force the other side to give us stuff that we want. In the case of the furniture, in the case of the pasta, was there something that led to this other than trying to keep prices lower?
Yeah, I mean, the president said in the case of furniture in particular that because of ongoing trade negotiations, he's going to push these out another year to see if they can get better deals on some of these trade negotiations. So that is, the leverage that the president's been talking about. And he has said that the tariffs, the threat of them and the actual impact of them have brought a lot of countries to the table to do these trade deals that we've seen throughout the course of the year. And that's another reason why the president is so focused on this upcoming Supreme Court decision that we're expecting maybe this month, maybe in February, where they're going to rule on whether or not the president actually had the authority to do a big chunk of the tariffs that he did in 2025. The president's concerned that if that authority gets pulled away from him, he's going to lose that kind of leverage to force countries to the table.
Okay.